How does it feel to follow your soul truth, to be your greatest self? I'm Destin, living my soul journey through dance in every stage of life, through figure skating from age 5 to competitions everywhere, through writing, poetry, creating my dream book, following my intuition to be with you, to speak with inspiring soul leaders here, unlocking the keys to their journey and share tools you can take home. Welcome to Fatum, where we choose to be our greatest self. Hi, I'm Destin. I'm so glad you're here, and welcome to Fatum, a space to journey inward and upward to discover what it truly means to be our greatest and highest self with the help of inspiring soul leaders from around the world. And let's be honest, don't we need this now more than ever? Today's guest is making a profound positive impact. Josh Pais is a master of presence on television and in life. A celebrated actor with over 150 TV and film credits, you've seen him in The Dropout, A Man in Full, Younger, Ray Donovan, and of course, as Raphael in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Josh has worked with legends like Meryl Streep, Robert De Niro, Joaquin Phoenix, and more. But behind the scenes, he is the founder of Committed Impulse, which is a groundbreaking training born from his own acting process. It has become a secret weapon for thousands of entrepreneurs, artists, doctors, speakers, and more, really to help people break free from overthinking and drop into embodiment and spontaneous brilliance. Who doesn't need that? Now, his dad was a theoretical physicist who worked with Albert Einstein, and his mom a power poet and painter, growing up at the intersection of intellect and intuition, which lives in his work today and in his brand new book called Lose Your Mind, The Path to Creative Invincibility, which is really a guide for anyone seeking to unlock their fullest potential. Now, before we dive in, I want to share something from my heart to you, since writing is how I connect with my own soul. Inspired by today's conversation, here's a piece I wrote as a stream of consciousness. And I wrote this actually before even knowing I was going to be talking to Josh, so keep that in mind. And this piece is called In Red. In Red. My heart broke a lot when I realized I couldn't be a professional dancer. 17, thought I had made it, touring with a no-name band. Since 5, I was chasing not cartoons because they felt like lies, but Debbie Thomas in the 88 Olympics, ice skating. 88 medals hung over my bed in Georgetown, Kentucky. Clouds were my home, my baby blanket in my locker, skating away from loneliness, catching rainstorms for company, saving my energy from Earth. My heart broke again, too scared to hold his hand in 7th grade at a football game, so I went back to the cold ice with my warm blades, free on my skates, free to first love in high school. 2 years and 300 love letters. We spoke of God, death, and the Titanic. He left for college, then he left Earth, like Jack did. My heart sank in a Kentucky lake. Vodka in my veins, the loss kept coming, dissecting my heart like 11th grade science class. The pieces were tiny. They got tinier and tinier in Los Angeles, but I kept searching long enough to uncover threads, strong enough to stitch myself, like Raphael, the Ninja Turtle, in red, rebellious, independent, and free, the only cartoon I believed was real, 'cause his feelings felt like mine. But also like Archangel Raphael, the healer of broken hearts. I've been told he is with me, with you too. Because magic is real, we can heal things without our hands, without our minds. On Earth, Earth isn't scary. Earth is me. From Kentucky to the city of angels. My favorite day? The first. In disguise, the first I spark. Every day, every moment, we dare to create. Speaking of creation, welcome, Josh Pais.
That was
So happy to have you here. This is
wow.
going to be
That
so
really
fun.
that wow. When did you write that?
You know, I wrote that in a writing workshop class here in Los Angeles a couple years ago. I basically have a much longer version of that in a book I created, but this is a shortened version I did for you today. But all of that were original lines from the original piece. And it was like, I was like, no way. I'm talking now to Raphael in Red, and I wrote about him. Like, how's that for manifesting?
Wow. Well done. Thanks for bringing us together with your mighty powers.
Oh gosh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I would love to kind of get into your story and your work in the first segment that we call My Soul Mission. So, just as a whole, Josh, how would you describe your soul mission or your inner calling as a whole right now?
I would say my sole mission is to inspire people and myself to play, really to play, and to and over the years, I've found that what hinders people from playing is when they're lost in thought,
Mm-hmm.
when their mind has taken them on a mental drama, when they're worrying about the past, worrying about the future, angry about what somebody did to them yesterday.
Right.
And we all get caught in that from time to time, but part of my journey to invite play is to teach people and explore how to get out of our mind, how to get
Right.
out of that chatter, because it doesn't help us. It doesn't invite play. It doesn't invite creativity. It hampers our brilliance.
Right. Part of your work is really bringing like laughter and silliness to people who take life too seriously. I mean, I can raise my hand to that. It's so easy to do.
Yeah, it is easy to
Um,
do, especially these days. And this is why more than ever, we need to increase our ability to have access to our creativity and to have
right.
fun and play. When you're spontaneous, it's the most truthful expression of who you are.
Beautiful. Speaking of who you are, I'd love to kind of get into your journey. It's so fascinating. Now, as in your childhood, you grew up in Alphabet City, which is in Manhattan, and it's
Yes.
it was a little rough, right? Growing up there.
It was probably the roughest part of Manhattan at that
Wow.
time. And so there was also this freedom within all of this. And
Mhm.
it was very inspiring. At times it was scary, but, then,
Catalyzing. Is that a word? Catalyzing. But it was like quite the catalyst for that change.
yeah, you mean for what change?
For your creative invincibility.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. And I saw artists, at that time that held success as really a form of failure. It was
Hmm.
interesting, like artists or even actors that would get some level of success in that neighborhood would then go on a bender because they couldn't handle
Mm,
maintaining
right.
that level of openness and to receive
Oh yeah. It takes
the
a certain level of
accolades
growth.
of yeah, yeah. And so that
Yeah.
was really enlightening for me to see how people stopped themselves
Mm.
and in a sense probably led to my passion for inspiring creativity in people. And
Yeah, it gave you a lot of context and perspective, which your parents had a huge role as well in shaping that perspective. And I love how in the book as well you share a bit about your father explaining atoms to you at age 6. Can you talk a little bit about that?
yeah, I mean, I was, I I got out of acting school. I started auditioning, and I was having so much fear, anxiety, nervousness, debilitating thoughts, and I didn't know if I could do this anymore.
Mm.
And I remembered this incident that happened with my father when I was trying to understand what he did, what his job was. And he had this floor to ceiling blackboard, and he would do these scribbles in it, which he called calculations. And I knew what other dads did in the neighborhood, mostly drug dealers, or they sit on the stoop all day, or carpenters or painters, what have you. And he said, his description to me of what he did, he said, "Do you see this table that you're sitting next to?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Do you see your knee?" I was, "Yes." And he said, "The smallest part of your table, that table, and the smallest part of your knee are the same things, atoms." And he said, "That's what I explore, the building blocks of the universe." And that, when I reflected on that story, it changed my life, because it allowed me to experiment. If my body is atoms, then emotions must have something to do with that. And I started experimenting, feeling emotions as vibrational sensations. At their core, when you really tune in, emotions are just some kind of a movement in your body. Maybe it's a pressure, maybe it's a chaotic energy, maybe it's a lifting, maybe it's a lowering, maybe it's an expansion.
Mm-hmm.
By simply feeling the frequency of the emotions, it took it out of being good and bad. And
Right.
then all that sensation became creative fuel.
And
If
acceptance, this whole overwhelming feeling of acceptance.
Yeah, because
Right.
that's really, I think a lot of what the book is about is living in a human body, and we all vibrate. And if we don't hold those vibrations slash emotions, if we don't hold those as good or bad, then we are starting to step into being creatively invincible,
Mm-hmm.
because it's all juice to play with. And
We
it's
have
not,
to embrace all of us.
yeah,
Absolutely. And not
and
be
it's all
suppressed by them.
good. It's all good.
Right?
We got to catch this belief system of good and bad. It's
Mm.
just something that we've come up with, but it's not accurate.
Right. We've assigned these labels that
Yes.
aren't necessary and are really just holding us back. I'd like to kind of get into kind of the practical side of the application of your work. So what we call my toolkit.
Okay.
And in your book, I love how you have sections. It's not just talking about what works. It's implying and implementing what works in your insight to action section. So workshopping your way through it. It's so
Absolutely.
cool. So cool. I love how you put that together. And do you want to talk a little bit about the 4 access points
Yes.
and
I
the
love
importance of
that.
those that are in the book too?
Yeah. I mean, it's so simple, and it's such a game changer. Um, so let's start. So there's 4 access points, and when you play with these, 100% of the time, they will pull you into the present moment. Do you want to? Can I do it with you? Do you want to?
Sure, let's roll. Let's do that.
Okay. So, and there's no order to these, but
Mm-hmm.
start just with the breath, and just breathe to feel. So often we use breath or breathing techniques to get rid of what we're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And this is brave, because it's just letting yourself be.
Yeah.
So everybody that's listening, just take a breath to feel what's happening in your body. So
Mm-hmm.
just breathe to feel. Notice what kind of vibration is happening. Notice just feeling your feet on the floor. Notice what emotion is happening. So let's say that we'll begin today with the breath. The next is, and that leads into the body. So notice where notice the loudest sensation in your body. For you, what do you notice? Like
right here on my chest.
And what are the atoms doing? What is the vibrational sensation there?
It's feeling pretty tight. It's like a mix of like uncertainty and like slight heartbreak, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, great. So just let yourself feel it more. Like let yourself,
yeah.
I know it takes bravery. I know you're a host, but like just let yourself feel that as a vibration. What are the atoms doing there?
Stuck.
So they're very static?
Right.
Okay, good. So just breathe and feel how they're stuck. Being stuck is as good as being unstuck.
Okay.
Okay, so just let that be. And everybody that's listening, just notice what the sensation is in your body. So next, look at something in front of you. And you want to experiment seeing it exactly as it is, not your idea, not how smart you are that you know what it is, but see what's in front of you in terms of the color of it, the shape of it, the texture of it, if there's shadow or light on it, and breathe and feel your body and see what's there, what's actually there, not your idea, but like see it as if for the first time.
That's interesting. Okay, it really just calmed me down.
Yeah, because what these first three do is they're shifting your attention out of here into what's real, because this is the same story over and over and over again. But the more we connect to what's real, we start to open a richness, our soul,
right?
our creativity. So it's just shifting. We don't want to try to stop this or improve this. We want to shift to breath, body, immediate environment. And the last one is there's going to be times when your mind is going to pull you out, guaranteed. And it's not a failing. It's just what the functionality of that does. Initially, when it pulls you out, you don't know that it's pulled you out. And then there's a moment where you realize, I just completely checked out. I was lost in a whole mental drama, or what am I going to do later? As soon as you're aware that your mind just took you on a journey, say out loud, I'm back. So everybody say, I'm back.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. As soon as you're aware that your mind took you, I'm back. Breath, body. What do you feel? Feel the vibrations and tune into the immediate environment, seeing it as if for the first time, seeing it with just letting your knowledge just go for a minute and just literally see that detail of that. I'm just looking on the edge of my computer, actually.
Right.
And just literally looking at the shape, the color, etc., texture, lightness, and darkness.
Mm-hmm. And all this is in your book. So
absolutely.
And there's so much more. And this moment just actually really helped me. And now I'm like, I feel like a weight, as crazy as that was, just looking at my fridge and seeing the light reflecting on it. And I was like, wow, that's a really beautiful color. And just having that focus really, really helped. Thank you. That felt great. And so having this presence and getting out of the mind and really being in your body in the moment is what it's all about. Like, not even if you're a creative, like whoever you are. I mean, your work has helped a range of people. So even for me, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And then it's that simple. We just have to keep coming back.
Right. And for our final healing minutes segment, which is, I feel like this whole thing has been healing minutes. So thank you for this amazing experience. But a gift from Josh to all of us. And I believe you have like an unshackling body armor meditation, if you want to take that over.
Sure. And throughout the book, there are QR codes that have meditations and things that you can listen to as a bonus to the written material. But unshackling body armor. So we all have body armor to different degrees, and body armor can be an area in your body that feels contracted, maybe an area that you can't feel, maybe an area in your body that's painful, or maybe just an area that's just feels blocked off. So I'm going to throw out, unless you've had some kind of an impact injury, that what's inside of that is emotion that you haven't let yourself feel. And so if there's any sensation we don't let ourselves feel, we're going to pressurize it into a part of our body, and that creates blockage. It leads us more into our head because it disconnects us from our body. So let's go in. So pick an area in your body that feels tight, that feels blocked, and begin by just tuning into the shape of it. So you can do this with your eyes open or closed. Tune into the shape of that area. And for me right now, I feel something right under my rib cage that feels a little tight, so I'm going to tune into that. Feel the shape of it. See if it has a color. I know that might seem odd, but see if that has a color to it. And just be open to letting your imagination, fill this one. But see what it's made out of. And it may be, you may come up with jello or steel or wood or a sponge. But just see what that area is made out of. And just breathe, aim your breath into that area so that you can welcome it to the party as opposed to keeping it off to the side. Now notice what the emotional frequency is. And by that, I mean, start with what are the atoms doing in that area? Are they moving slow? Are they in a little spiral? Are they in a chaotic pattern? Are they flowing? And breathe into that area. See what information is in there. And now look at the emotional sensation that's in that area. Just breathe. And just feel whatever is inside there. Just feel if there's any emotion. It might be something delicious. It might be something that you have considered bad, but it's all good. Just feel it, welcome it. And one more round, just take a look at the shape. Maybe it's changed. Take a look at the color. Take a look at the movement, how the atoms are moving in that area. Notice if it's shifted. And take a couple breaths and feel whatever emotional quality is in that area. Not to get rid of it, just to welcome it. Welcome the sensation that may be locked in there that just wants to be felt. Your body just wants to feel it. And I would suggest throughout the day, just keep returning to this area. For me, this area is so shifted. It actually it's just barely a slight frame of what it was. And the more we can feel our body and feel all these sensations, that's what the body wants. That will generate optimal health because you're not putting these lock boxes throughout your system.
Yeah, and it also, this is a whole nother show, but that manifests its way into health issues.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, your amazing energy, and all the experiences you brought to us today. I welcome everyone at home to continue this journey with Josh. After the show, his book is available right now on Q. Lose Your Mind, The Path to Creative Invincibility. We will put it on the screen now as well. Also, check out his website, committedimpulse.com, where he has workshops and trainings and all the things. And remember, to everyone at home, your path is sacred. Stay used, stay true. I'm Destin. This is Fatum. And thank you so much, Josh. Thank you so much to everyone at home. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Fatum, where we trust our intuition and be our greatest self. Continue the journey with me on YouTube at Fatum Poetry by Destin and at fatumpoetry.com.